please welcome Melly Kazel. Hello, I'm very excited to be here with you guys. This is my favorite place to do comedy. I had a joke loaded up about how I was a nerd in high school, and whenever I come here, I feel like I'm doing comedy for the cool kids. But then I heard how you guys responded to that question about your high school experience, and that you clearly know The Lord of the Rings, and I'm thinking we're all nerds. I feel like we are. Recently in my life, I broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years, and no, it was a good choice. But yeah, we were getting to that point where we were a little too annoyed with each other. Like, we'd be sitting on the couch next to each other. By the way, anyone here in a relationship where you're deeply in love? Anybody? Right, back there? Right, okay. So you guys are in love, right? But when he chews really loudly, don't you want to kill him just a little bit? Yeah. My boyfriend and I were getting to that point where we'd be sitting on the couch with each other, having a snack, and we'd be looking at each other like, I swear, if you chew loudly one more time, I am gonna kill you. I will. So we chose to break up instead of murder, which was, I think, better. I've been feeling good about being single, though, because I don't have to deal with that phrase that guys always say. And the girls in the room might recognize it, but say it's 8 in the morning, right? You wake up, you turn to them, they turn to you, and they say, "What are we gonna have for dinner?" I don't know. I'm gonna have breakfast. And I don't know why guys don't plan anything else out, but they're like, wait, but what are we gonna eat? Like all day, like I have to know. And my favorite thing about being single is when guys ask me that, what are we gonna eat? They could have any accent. When they ask that question, they sound like that. But my favorite thing is I get to say, I don't know, I think there's a McDonald's down the street. Figure it out yourself. But I was in this state of feeling very good about my choice until I remembered that this is the summer I decided to have Invisalign adult braces installed. Yeah. So now I'm at the club trying to get a date, like, I promise I'm not 12. But do you want to make out, though? Because the saliva levels in here are off the charts. I recently learned something else fun about Invisalign, because I went dancing with my friends this past weekend. And you know how a lot of dance clubs have a black light? Yeah. Right. So a lot of people that night, I'm smiling and they're looking at me, right? They're studying me. And I was thinking, wow, a lot of people are too nervous to talk to me tonight. I must be looking cute, you know? So we're about to leave, and I said to my friends, a lot of people have been checking me out. Maybe I should go talk to somebody. And they said, okay, we didn't want to tell you this, but your Invisalign glows under the black light. Like super bright. We can see you from anywhere in the club. Yeah. So people weren't checking me out. They were checking to see whether my teeth were covered in plaque or blood. Not entirely sure which one's better, but either way, I'm not getting a date. A lot of clubs, though, now they require that you wear masks, so that helps with covering my glowing teeth. I don't know. I'm kind of done, like, with the masks at the grocery store, because I'm kind of done being awkward at the grocery store, because I'm a happy, smiley person. I like to smile at people when I pass them. I like to brighten their day. And, maybe not like that. But now I go to smile at people and I remember, crap, I'm wearing my mask, so I'm just trying to smile with my eyes. All right? And people are looking at me like, where is her guardian? Someone should have told her not to do that. To be fair, though, the Invisalign, the masks didn't make me any more awkward than I already was. I've always been very awkward, especially around people I find attractive. And I thought when I moved away for college that would change and I'd suddenly become like super cool. And then I realized that people who say things like super cool aren't gonna be. And one of my first flirting interactions went as bad as it could go. I saw this guy who I'd met before, and he was sitting in the lounge of my dorm room. And I thought, oh, I'll wave and say hi to him. You know, I'll do a flirt or something. And so I thought he'd remember me and think, let me sweep her off her feet right now. So I went to go wave and say hi, but I tripped. So my hi came out more of like a hi! And then he looks up at this girl who's just waving and falling at him. Yeah. And then rather than admitting I tripped, like a normal person, I turned it into a dance move. And I just danced like this, all the way out of the building. Yeah. I got outside and people were excited. They said, oh my God, is there a flash mob? I said, nope, it was just me trying to talk to a boy. The awkwardness is why I often wish I was a white-breasted female parrot. Does anybody know about these parrots? No? Okay. So white-breasted female parrots vomit on the male when they're ready to mate. Yeah. How cool would that be, right? Because first, birds have it made, because the guys have to dance for the girl. But also, how much better would it be if instead of doing a flirt, I could just walk up to some guy and say, dance for me, and then he's out there. He's doing his best, right? And then I say, stop. I will rabbit you now. I don't even let him clean up first. Yeah. But because, thank you. But because, you know, those are the kind of things I think about, I've been spending a lot of time with my dogs. And I thought maybe spending time with my animals, it could help me, because a lot of people use their dogs for natural therapy. It's like a program they have, Dogs for Natural Therapy. And I've realized it's super cool for people who have dogs that can do that for them. But I think I need additional therapy just from hanging out with my dogs. I have 3 dogs. The first, his name is Bean, and he is a purebred Boston Terrier, so naturally he has a million problems. And I do voices for all of my dogs, and he is Scottish because he fancies himself a warrior of chasing the ball. Except for when he breaks a nail, which is the greatest pain that anyone could ever face. He really is like Legally Blonde out here having a great day, breaks a nail, and the day is over. It's done. And you'd think that'd be it for his problems, right? Except for the fact that he has one of those smush dog faces. So sometimes when he's eating his food, a dog food nugget will get stuck up his nose. Yeah. So I have to blow into his nose so to shoot back out his mouth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's just over there. And I come in, Bean, breathe, breathe. And then he goes, thank you for your service to me nostrils. That's my first dog. My second dog, his name is Sydney. And he is a pit bull, Great Dane, mix of a million things. And he sounds like this because he has a lot of anxiety. And he is allergic to existing. So, for example, if he eats potatoes, he gets hives. If he eats poultry, he gets hives. If he sees a fly, he gets hives. If there is dust just around, he gets hives. If he gets too stressed out, he gets hives. And then sometimes when we give him the medicine for his hives, he also gets hives. Yeah, that's Sydney. And then my third dog, her name is Maggie, and she's a border collie, so she makes me feel stupid at least once a day. And her accent, she sounds kind of like Minnesota, because I think this is the one voice where you could call somebody stupid and they'd be totally okay with it. They'd be like, thank you for the compliment, that was so sweet. But who's ever done that thing where you've searched your entire house for your phone, but it's been in your back pocket the whole time? Right? Pretty much everybody, yeah? So my dog will do this thing where I'm searching for my phone that's in my back pocket, where she'll just come up and she'll nudge my butt, as if to say, I am shocked that you're the one who is taking care of me. So because of that, I've been really trying to make friends that aren't my dogs, but it's very hard with my generation of people to try to make friends. Because when I was a kid, you could make friends anywhere. You could be at the grocery store, because that's just where I go to meet people. And you could walk up to someone at the Strawberries, and say, hi, my name is Melly. I wouldn't, okay, maybe not that voice, but when I go, hi, my name is Melly. Do you like strawberries? And they'd say, yeah, I do like strawberries. My name is Sarah. Thank you for asking. And I'd say, okay, let's bond over our mutual love of strawberries. And she'd say, yeah, let's, and then we're friends. That's how people make friends, right? I don't know. But nowadays, if you try to walk up to someone in my age group in the grocery store and try to make a friend, hi, my name's Melly, do you like strawberries? Their immediate response is, no, 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 no. We do not do that talking to people in person thing. So can you just send me a message on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook? Because this thing that you're doing where you're talking from your face to my face is giving me anxiety. And now I don't have a friend and Sarah's having a panic attack. I recently learned that my age group is not actually part of any generation. We're not millennials, we're not Gen Z, we're this in-between group called cuspers, which is a horrible name for a thing. Sounds like a disgraced general, right? Just, General Cusper, we cannot have you on the battlefield with us anymore. You are not doing a good job, mostly because you're on your phone. But I also realized that cusper is just a fancy name for neither generation wanted to take us because we're too annoying. And I know we're annoying because my generation has this group, I like to call them Megans. Megan with an H, that's very important. And Megans don't really know what they're talking about, but they are very excited to get into an argument, to get offended for somebody else. And I run into a lot of issues with Megans because I'm Jewish. And so I like to tell a lot of jokes about being Jewish, because I can. But then Megans, they don't really like those jokes. And they're not very good at Spot the Jew, which, to be fair, very good game to be bad at, right? Yeah. Because when Jewish people play it, it's like a fun Where's Waldo, there you are. Oh my God, there you are. Do you want to bond over using comedy to cover up on negative emotions? You do, I know you do. But when other people play Spot the Jew, we did that. It's called 1940s Germany, and it was not a fun game. So the Megans aren't good at Spot the Jew. And so I have some problems when I tell my Jewish jokes. And I had an experience with a Megan just the other day because I was telling my friend this story about something that happened to me on the bus. So I'll tell you guys a story. I was on the bus heading back from Western Washington's campus, and this guy walked up to me with this power pantsuit and his briefcase, and he said, "Are you Jewish?" And I thought, well, clearly you are based on the hair and the nose, but sure, yeah, I'll play along. I am also Jewish. And then he sat down next to me and he said, "What do you want to do with your life?" Just a 1950s radio announcer hitting on me on the bus. "What do you want to do?" And I said, "I want to do stand-up comedy." And then he said, "Well, I'm an accounting major, so I'll have a stable job." This man said to me after I told him my dream, "Don't worry, because when you fail, I'll be here." So I was telling my friend the story, and I said, of all the Jews, now at this point, Megan's ready, right? She is excited to be offended for somebody else. And I said, of all the Jews, I feel like the accountants missed out on the funny gene. And then here comes Megan. Here she comes. And she goes, You know how people do it right before they're about to say something annoying? Mm-hmm. She goes, You really shouldn't make jokes like that because they spread very harmful stereotypes about the Jewish people and they're very bad and harmful and you shouldn't, and no. And I said, Megan, I'm Jewish. I can tell those jokes. It's okay, I'm Jewish. Also, even if I wasn't, it's like pretty funny. But I'm Jewish, it's okay. And she looked me up and down and she goes, clearly not enough. Thank you. You guys have been so fun.
I tell you, I say this every time I see her perform. She's going to be on Comedy Central in like 5 years, right? She's so good. She's so good.